You're listening to Artificium, Occulte, Venatores, a Shadowrun actual play podcast by Relative Dimension. So when last we met, you guys had gotten out of the castle with the relics, the artifact in the form of the staff that was used as a beacon, or presumably was going to be used as a beacon to open a gateway for a Shedim to come over. So presumably you guys got back to your hotel safely. Well, no, not presumably. You did get back to your hotel safely. I don't know if you wish to hop in the vehicles and go, if you were going back to the airport that you originated, that you landed in, or find a different one to go to.
We should be safe enough just to go the one that we started in. I don't see why not. Turn in the cars, you know.
No reason to make this more complicated than it has to be.
Exactly.
And you were to alert your secretary.
Yes.
I forget her name.
I should probably pull up our notes document.
I am doing the same.
Wait, our secretary?
The receptionist at the museum?
The go-between, basically. Forget what her name was. What is her? Did we write that down anywhere?
I thought I had it down somewhere.
It's not in our session notes. It didn't. Our notes don't really start until we actually started the legwork for this job. We don't even technically have Solomon's name written down anywhere. I just remember that one due to other characters I've played.
That is so weird. I'll have to re-listen and find it. I could have sworn I had it written down somewhere. Anyway, you were to call her, and she was going to have a plane sent to you that had transportation capabilities for the body. So I am assuming you guys contacted her on your way out, because it will take some time for that to arrive, and it'll take you a couple hours to actually get to that city with the airport. Was there anything you wished to do in town before you left?
Nope.
Trying to think, was there any loose ends that we did? I don't think so.
So long as the other team, the backup that we arranged for is dealing with the cleanup and fallout, then yeah, we got nothing else to do here.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we had the other contact, but we never used him. Yeah, I don't see one. No, I think we're good.
Okay.
We check out, we make sure we get our receipts.
Get a receipt for everything.
Okay.
Hey, Skippy, if we don't have receipts, we gotta pay back the money we borrowed.
I'm still a little concerned that What's-His-Face may find a body.
Who? Which body?
Master Shedim.
Yeah.
That's not our problem. We don't have the resources to deal with the Shedim. That's why we called in the other team. That's why we called and went, hey, there's Shedim here. Send someone to deal with this. We got what we came for.
Depends on what body he finds, whether or not we could deal with it.
No, I mean, we can't deal with a Shedim. We can kill the body. We can't kill the Shedim. That's the thing. We don't have those resources. We are not the team to take on that job.
Yeah, we could continuously kill body after body after body, but, you know.
No, I understand that. I'm not talking about killing the body. I'm talking about capturing it. We no evidence he can voluntarily leave a body once he takes it, right?
Not that we know of, but I mean, we've already
so
seen out.
If he finds a baby, right? If a baby is the only body that is available.
A Shedim can't take an occupied body. It has to be dead or a projecting mage.
Right. What if he finds the body of a dead baby? Okay, he can't do anything as a baby. He can't do anything as a baby. We could just capture him and take him with us, right?
Okay.
And find somebody who can deal with it.
Speaking out of character, the Shedim doesn't have to take the nearest available body. It can pick and choose.
I don't want you to speak out of character, please.
No, I mean, okay.
All right.
Either way, I think we made that decision at the end of last game, so we're not hunting the thing down.
Joe, I'm going to watch the news until we leave town. See if there's anything like an accident or a police incident or something. I want to pay attention to that.
Local news? Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have local UTV stations? Or is it just newspaper?
It was In the middle of the night, they do have local news stations. Right now, the local channels are playing very classic 2030s trids.
Okay.
But the time it takes to get back to the hotel, get all your stuff packed, hop in the vehicles and drive out, nothing happens to come on the news. The news doesn't break in with any alert emergency stories. As you leave and get to the nearby town, which I believe was 2 to 3 hours away, there's nothing urgent.
Okay. Thank you.
You will be in that town waiting several hours for a plane to arrive. Your handler gets back to you and says it should be landing at 6 p.m. local time.
I'll be finding the nearest place with coffee or long haul because I've already been up for like 2 days at this point, and yeah.
Probably join you.
The real coffee if I can find it.
I don't remember when she slept last, so she probably did. Yeah, I don't remember.
It was 2 days ago.
Last.
She was, well, I mean, I don't think the brief stint of unconsciousness counts as sleep.
That's true.
So yeah, nearest, hell, I don't know what they'd have over there. The equivalent to a stuffer shack. Or something. Just coffee, long haul, whatever's closest.
There are a few coffee shops, bakeries, local stuff. There is one worldwide chain coffee store, which happens to be in the airport.
Oh, thank God. They might have real coffee. Soy calf will do in a pinch, though.
Sure.
I don't remember how long you prepaid for the vehicles, but you do get your change if you did prepay. You also get receipts for those.
I think we wrote down the costs somewhere in the notes.
Is there any place where I can catch an hour of sleep and recover some stun?
Oh, right, I should check her wounds.
Benches in the airport?
Common thing to do.
Yeah, I want to recover what little I've taken just in case somebody shows up.
Don't get
You haven't
ideas.
taken any stim packs or anything, right?
No.
Yeah, you guys can all rest and recover stun then.
I hit somebody with a stim. I don't remember.
I thought somebody
That was
hit with a
Ascalon.
stim back.
Yeah, you're right. It was me.
Yeah, but that lasts for up to an hour, right?
10 minutes per rating, so it depends on the rating of the stim patch.
Probably
So-
rating 3.
It would have worn
6
off
is
before
less
you
than
got to
an hour.
the airport.
Rating 4.
How much stun do you have once that wears off?
You retake the stun damage that was previously removed, right?
+1.
Plus 1. Did I really take no injuries?
I will actually be unconscious when that wears off.
Oh. See,
Well-
look. You'll pass out in the car, right?
Yeah, he fell unconscious in the fight.
So
But the extra
half
point is
an hour.
not enough to do physical, so you pass out in the car on the way there. You probably get back waiting in the car for a few hours. You can get back enough stun to regain consciousness to go turn in the cars, handle all that business. Once you get to the airport, you can rest for the rest of that while waiting for the plane to arrive. So yeah, everybody can heal all their stun.
Yay, I recovered stun.
And then the plane arrives. It is a private plane, so once it arrives, you are alerted to its presence. It actually gets there a half hour earlier than scheduled. There are code words given as you approach to make sure you give the proper responses, which everybody knows what the proper responses are, so both the pilots and the crew check out, as do you guys to them. And then, flying back that way, several hours later, you arrive in Italy.
It's good to be home.
Probably gets in there right around midnight.
Guess we hopped a train back into Vatican City and call it a night there. I'm guessing they probably got a place for us to crash.
Let's see. Non-stop flight from Kiev to Rome is about 3 hours. So by the time that takes off, yeah, just before midnight. By the time everything's unloaded. There is a crew there ready to load the body into a truck to take. Is there anything you wish to take with leave with them? Blackthorn took the statuette, I believe. So you still have the trowel. Now you have the staff as well.
Yeah, that staff I think should go with them, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we personally deliver that, considering how sensitive of an item it is.
Yeah, I agree. That should not go with the body. It's not a relic.
Fair enough.
What, the body's not a relic?
No, the staff is not a holy relic.
I think it technically would be, considering that
No.
that body used it.
Relics are remnants of the saints. The body is, but the staff is not.
The
Staff
relics
is
of the
the-
saint being the bag of bones, the relic being something he used.
Yeah, relics are the bodies and any items that were present during miracles. So the staff would technically qualify too, I believe. Assuming somebody had proof.
I don't think something that can summon evil spirits from another plane go with the riffraff.
I mean, I'm all for, like, personally delivering it or whatever, but it's, I mean, if that's your definition of a relic, that's a relic.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
Either
on.
way.
Let me simplify this. Who has a car?
I got a bike.
All of us own motorcycles. We have no place to put a staff.
Put a staff on the motorcycle. It's not that hard. Wait, how big is the staff?
Probably about 6 feet tall.
Is it?
Yeah, about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
We can call for a car.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay, y'all guys want to personally deliver it. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying that we did not come here equipped to haul anything back.
Yeah, that's fine. No big deal.
Even if we ride along with the help, that's fine. I don't think we should leave it unattended.
That's fine. No, that's fine. We can deliver it ourselves. It's not that complicated. We'll deliver it ourselves. No big deal.
Are you going straight there, or are you going to stop at home first?
I think straight there is a better choice.
Yeah, so let's go straight there. Then we'll go home after that.
It's about 1 a.m. when you finally get to the Vatican. I missed that. Were you tagging along with them or taking a separate car?
I think I'm going to ride along with the body.
Yeah, I'll tag along.
My inclination
I'll be
is to
taking
go
my
with
bike.
separate-
There's
I mean-
other
Go
cars
ahead.
there too. There's a car waiting for you guys. I don't think everybody rode your bike to the airport.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, I would assume I would call for a car service, right?
Yeah, they have a car waiting for anybody that needs a ride.
I'd be inclined to go separately, but I'm not going to go separate from the group. I'll stay with them and the staff.
Well, I think I rode in on my bike just because I went off on my own before we even left to go
That's
pick
right,
up a
you did.
contact.
You got there separately. The truck they have does have room for everybody, not room for a bike, so Adranus is riding separately. When they get to the city, they pull in not through the main gate, but through a different entrance off to the side that is cunningly hidden so as it doesn't look like an entrance of sorts. And they pull into the back, into an area where it actually goes underground to park. You guys have been here before. And when you arrive, Father Glacius is there waiting.
We bring important and interesting news.
He waits for you guys all to disembark. Daughter is being exceptionally noisy tonight.
That's why tasers are legal in Shadowrun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home.
Father,
Marigold
Your-
yawns in greeting.
Your request was received. We have sent a team to deal with the recurring situation.
Just to check, we're in a ward, right?
Not yet. He starts
Okay.
to walk down a hallway. The crew that was driving the truck is carrying the remains. It's not as, crude as a coffin, but it's basically a coffin. He takes you down a few hallways and into a room. They go into a back chamber of the room, so as not to be where you guys are. And it's similar to your meeting room that you normally are in. Sorry. It's like your meeting room, but a bit smaller. And there are a smaller table there with some seats. A bit more comfortable than the meeting seats, too. Please, tell me what happened.
So Ascalon will tell him the whole story, including the trial, the staff, and the whole 9 yards. Basically everything from when we arrived.
What's with all this talking, man? I filed my report.
Were there any events of note that may have not been included in your report that you now find important enough to relay?
Should him or a pain to kill?
On the screen, on the side, a screen is there, and it seems to show the other room where the crew is setting the body. And there is, besides the 3 of the people that were with you when they arrived to take the body, a 4th one shows up. They are going through the box very carefully and respectfully, pulling out the remains and laying it on a table and starting to sort through things. And a mage, who is obviously a mage because he starts to wave his hand in arcane gestures, very traditional arcane gestures. So he's probably centering himself for something. Seems to be casting spells. And who has the staff?
Not it.
Not it.
Oh, Marigold would have taken it, sure.
There you go.
She doesn't
I would
care.
carry it as well. I would assume I would handle dangerous magical items fairly often.
Marigold just doesn't give a shit.
So, what do you know of this? He kind of gestures to the staff.
Well, based on the depictions that were put in the imagery and whatnot, it supposedly heals and resurrects people who are near death or dead. But we could have gotten the translation wrong as well. And
Didn't we, think that's how they were getting the Shedim here?
Yeah.
So, all the miracles were bullshit.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, he was summoning them. And they were taking bodies, the dead bodies.
Right, except we don't know if this is a direct link to Shidam home plane or not. Because remember, at the time that he was doing these miracles, the Shidam hadn't really emerged yet out of the gate. So they could have been just random spirits wandering the plane.
Yeah, but we don't think that, so we're going to tell him what we think. Right? We think that he was using the staff to summon the Shidam, and they were taking the bodies of the recently deceased and, animating.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we don't understand the staff well enough to definitively say that.
Well,
I'm saying those are the assumptions we made.
Yeah, those are the assumptions we made. Yeah, and we can make them clear that they are assumptions.
Yeah, we tell him that we don't know definitively. Yeah, we're not, making pronouncements here. We're just telling him what we think.
He nods. He reaches down and depresses something on his comm link, and he moves his mouth slightly, but very silently. A moment later, 2 people walk in. They are wearing golden masks. You guys all recognize them as not the individuals because they are masked, but the figures are top men, end quotes. The masks are identifiably different. Everybody can make a memory test if you wish. You haven't gotten to know the names of them all, but you may have remembered hearing these referred to.
Oh, look, 3 hits.
Wait, is there a memory thing on this, or is that... I don't remember. It was on the other sheet.
It's logic plus willpower.
If you bring up your character sheet, it's on the character sheet main tab about halfway down under the attribute.
Actually, are there any
Oh, there
penalties
it
for
is.
being up for 3 days straight with no sleep? Wouldn't that be getting into,
Wow.
I apparently have the memory of an elephant.
holy crap?
Jeez.
What the hell?
Oh, you really
Well,
both of
It's
them.
not,
Actually-
hey, it's not life or death. That's the only reason why I rolled well.
Wow.
Elle is apparently very attentive. Adranus, it makes sense because Adranus grew up in the church, more so than the others.
I'm just tired.
I'm surprised I pull off 3 hits on 8 dice.
These masks belong to Micah and Raziel. What is unique? Not unique. The important thing about them, Raziel is the angel of mysteries, and Micah is the angel of miracles. They walk to whoever is holding the staff, and Raziel holds his hands out to receive it.
I think we decided that I had it. Okay. Well, I mean, she hands it over, no problem.
He nods. He doesn't say anything, but he nods. And then they both walk out with it. They will begin their analysis and see if there is anything further to learn about it. Tell me about this Shadim.
We didn't get a whole lot of
He was an
words in
asshole.
with him. Yes, that he was.
Like to gloat.
Truly.
He was
And
living.
doesn't know how to treat a lady.
He was also living fairly solitary in that castle.
Oh, that will be good, at least. A few bystanders. Any indication of how long he had been there? Or how much of a following he may have developed, so to speak?
It didn't appear like there was a lot of traffic going to or coming from the castle. But outside of that, I don't think we learned anything more about what kind of following there may have been.
Very well. Well, you did well here. Rest up. You have some time off. See
Camilla?
Lost for a name. I think that's your handler, actually, now that I mention it. But no, somebody else. Rodrigo, on your way out. Rodrigo is the requisitions agent.
All right.
Or one of them. And Father Glacius stands up and waits until everybody is at least walking towards the door before he turns around and goes into the back room where the others are with the body.
I'll go see Rodrigo.
Here.
I follow the rest of the party.
He is in his office. Ah, you're back. You're back. Receipts. Anybody have anything for me so I can begin the paperwork?
Pile it in.
Yeah, we had a rent-a-car that we didn't destroy, which is really nice. Nobody trashed the hotel.
Always nice not to get billed for those. He takes all the receipts that you have for him.
Elle returns his bribe allotment.
Let's see, today is the 16th now, I believe. You missed payday while you were out, so here is your pay, along with a bonus. He hands everybody... we never figured out what your salary was.
Nope.
Let's see, housing is paid for... we will say 10,000 a month, flat fee. So on the 1st and the 15th, you'll each get 5,000. So he hands you 5,000 on a cred stick for being the 15th, or the day after now. And then everybody else gets... everybody also gets an additional cred stick for 5,000.
Ooh, nice.
Nifty.
So 10,000 total?
10,000 total. Also,
Plus, you said housing's paid for?
yeah, you guys have a... counted as a medium lifestyle, I believe I said?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, everybody gets a free medium lifestyle.
I put mine as low because I thought I was living in the Vatican City area as a priest, so...
Maybe it was a free low lifestyle. I think it was medium, though.
I have medium.
I have a low on my sheet, but she's also got a secondary fake sin that low lifestyle is attached to, so I don't think that was the free one.
You guys are welcome to have another low lifestyle or like hideouts and stuff like that. That's fine. But the above the museum where housing is funded is medium lifestyle equivalent.
I think Marigold's actually staying there tonight because once everything's wrapped up, like we've turned in our receipts, gotten paid, and it's been 3 days, and she's just going to go find her room and just crash. Like, not even going to shed her clothes, sweat, whatever, just flump onto the bed.
You guys are free to take jobs on the side. when you are not being sent out on jobs for the church. So you can earn extra income that way. There's also payment plans, like if you want to get something that is readily available but too much for it, you can put it on credit to a certain degree. And then they will also, you can pay on installments ahead of time for certain things if you want that are higher availability. The church has a better chance of getting some of these things too.
Okay, what shiny special items was that?
Who searched the Shadim's body? He also had a sustaining focus on him.
That was me.
Did I detail what the sustaining focus was as far as its item appearance?
Health. I think he said
I
health.
grabbed a bunch of items. I didn't try to identify them.
I'm pretty sure it was a health focus. Like a sustaining health focus, I think is what you said.
I mean, what was the actual item?
Oh!
I don't remember if I said what he had on him.
You did. I remember, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was...
Is it in the notes?
Like a pendant of some sort? Well, it's not in the note, unfortunately. I looked.
No, the first body you guys destroyed had a pendant.
Okay. I'm mixing
That's the
up
one
bodies.
I looted. I looted the first body. I didn't loot the second one because I was offline at that time.
Maybe we didn't detail what was on the Master Shedim's body.
Because Adranus had detect magic going, and one of those foci was with the Shadim. So I'm assuming somebody took something. It will have been,
if it wasn't.
It will have been a like an old family insignia ring, which did not match the crest for that particular family of the castle. But it definitely looks like a signet ring, a few hundred years old maybe, and it was a sustaining focus for, I think it's manipulation. It was sustaining an armor spell.
It's manipulation. She'll hand that over to one of the more magically inclined people of the group.
Ironically, I think I'm the only spellcaster.
Whoever. I can't even see magic, so, you know.
Well, you can sell it or bond it or whatever, but it's a Force 2 manipulation sustaining foci.
Hold on. And what would be the percentage the church would take on selling gear to them?
Oh, if you sell it to them? I don't know. I'd have to look at that.
Also, is it possible to upgrade sustaining focus?
The creator can upgrade them.
Yeah, I don't know who created this son of a gun.
Yeah, so probably not. Your best bet is probably keeping it as a bribe for somebody, using it, or trying to sell it. Which case,
Well, I do have a
believe
talisman.
fences and contacts will give you 5% times their loyalty, no questions asked. Or you can attempt to get more from them by taking a longer approach and finding the right buyer.
So 5% of what it costs times their loyalty.
Yep. But if you wish to sell it, we can do that later. The next day, there is not news exactly. It doesn't make national news or local news, but you do get word fairly early in the morning. Early afternoon, or early pre-afternoon rather. So late morning. Word comes through that the team arrived. They found a few minor Shadim in the castle. They were properly... what's the word?
Dispatched.
Cleansed.
Yeah. The word when they were separated and then banished. So they were properly banished. They did not find a Master Shadim. At least not in the castle or around the castle. They are going to, as discreetly as they can, survey the city for a little bit. But other than that, no other word shows up. Does anybody have any plans they wish to do?
I need to bond a foci.
I need to spend some time in medical because I did take some physical wounds from my casting last time.
Okay.
Maybe Esther will try to sleep. We'll see what happens.
Alright, bonding of foci takes 1 hour per rating, I believe.
Sweet.
The Vatican does have hospital staff on premises, so you can visit them.
Sorry, could you say that again?
The Vatican does have a hospital on premises, so you can visit them for healing. Unfortunately, the best they can do is monitor you. How much physical have you taken?
I took 2 points, so it should only take me a day.
Well, they have good conditions, so no penalty there. They do have very good med kits to go with it. So you get to add 4 dice to your twice body for natural healing for a day of rest under their supervision.
Alright. Sorry about that.
And 4 hits on 14 dice, that's horrible for me.
What'd I miss?
Him just healing. Nothing else.
Ah, okay.
Adranus is visiting the medical ward.
Nice. Okay.
And Ascalon is bonding a foci. You guys have some time off. I don't know if Marigold had any plans or anything she wished to do.
Well, after passing out for, well, as long as the insomnia lets her. Anyway, but like the next morning or whatever, she doesn't do well with idle time. She'd probably call up her fixer and see if he's got any work needing doing.
Alright, who is your fixer?
I'm sorry?
Who is your fixer? Do they have a name?
Christ, what is going on with my connection? If I have any more problems this way, I'm gonna cry. Oh, my laptop decided to crash. Lovely. Okay. What was that, Joe? My connection roboted.
What is the name of your fixer? Who are they?
Let me disconnect from Wi-Fi.
That is an odd name for a fixer.
I'm sorry, I seem to be having some technical difficulties tonight. Am I back? Can you hear me?
We
Yes.
can hear you.
Oh, thank God, and everybody's coming through clear now. Okay. I just have to be on my phone on data, not using my Wi-Fi. For some reason. Okay. So, I'm sorry, Joe, one more time.
I was asking what the name of your fixer was, who they are, any details.
Okay, I was actually just fleshing this out, and I probably came up with the most least helpful description and everything of him. She's never actually met him in person. This isn't her first fixer, just the most recent one. And, he's one of the dramatic sorts. She only communicates with him over the Matrix, and his handle is literally F1X-R. She's not sure if he's even, actually a metahuman. He could be an AI for all she knows.
So you deal with him strictly Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, she's got a number she calls, and it gives her another number, or, log into some server, or not server, host, or, he's dramatic like that. Well, they're dramatic.
Alright. So you do the call, and you get back a automated different comm code to call.
Mm-hmm.
Which you do that twice more.
Yeah. I know the whole rigmarole.
And then your comm rings.
Yeah, alright.
And there's a highly distorted voice at the end, which I cannot mimic. Marigold.
Yep. Got any work for me?
Is there any kind of work you are looking for?
Something... whatever you got, really. I'm not picky. You know me.
Well, is it just you, or do you have others?
I mean, I could see if the others are into some more work. Kinda just finished a job, but... You know me. Don't like being idle. You can see if some of the others would be willing. I mean, depends on what you got, and... Well, for some of them, how much you're paying.
Yes, I believe I do. Hold on one moment here. I opened up the wrong link. These are horrible.
It's like somebody wandered off into the world and released a Master Shadim, and now we're all dealing with the ramification.
No, I'm using the Shadowrun name generator to try to get restaurant names, and they're just horrible.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that one can be kind of hit or miss sometimes.
What kind of restaurant?
I'm going with Italian.
Joseph's award-winning Meta Food Kitchen. What kind of name is that?
Hey,
There's like
Meta
no
Food?
imagination. It's just here's a random bit of words strung together.
I think that one's kind of more a description of the restaurant than like an actual name for a restaurant. That's what it's always struck me as.
Colette's Tasty Cocktails and Tea Deli.
Jesus. Just shorten that to Colette's Deli. Come on.
Yeah.
Have you used Fantasy Name Generator at all?
Yeah.
It's got, or generators. It's got.
Does it have place locations?
I think so. It's got freaking everything. Place names. Let's see. Do you want a brewery, a cafe, give me restaurant name.
Eli's
Let's
Rib
do
Shack.
that.
It does have restaurant name.
Alright, I will do that instead.
Fantasy Name Generator's great. I use it for a lot of things when I need random details. And it's
All right.
some actually decent names.
Be at the Pearl Tree tonight, 10 p.m.
Alright, I'll see if I can
Look
talk anything.
for a troll wearing white.
Alright, troll wearing white.
At the door, Plato may give you trouble. Give him the phrase Starlight. Work it into a sentence. He will let you in.
Got it.
Anything else I can do for you?
Nope. That's it for now. Thanks.
Very
Vic.
good. Zeppelin Guini. Interesting name.
What was the name of the restaurant again? Sorry.
The Pearl Tree.
Pearl Tree. Okay.
And then the call gets disconnected.
Yep. She'll hang up and, what time did I wake up? Actually, let's see. How well did she sleep last night? Ooh. Let's see. 11 insomnia. Oh, that's another shitty night's sleep.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
She woke up pretty early, I'd imagine.
I have to roll for insomnia, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I do it for flavor most of the time. I don't.
Fine, though.
Well, actually, I think I had Edge spent, so that was actually a good roll to do. I'm no longer on Comic-Con.
So it really only makes a big deal when you're actually trying to recover from damage and stuff like that. But
And regaining Edge.
oh, right. Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
you don't regain that Edge if you don't make the roll. Actually, hold on. What's the test on Kamikaze? I might have had stun to sleep off. Oh yeah, I had stun to sleep off.
Yeah, because isn't the stun
Tommy
unresisted?
Crash. Yeah, 6 unresisted stun. 3 body, 5 will. I don't think it actually affects your recovery of stun.
Intuition plus willpower, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, this would be fun.
Threshold 4.
Oh boy. Let's see. 4 and 3. Oh, okay.
Oh right, it just doubles the amount of time needed to heal stun if you don't make it.
Yeah.
I forgot she'd taken Kamikaze. But I mean, we've had a full night's sleep, so despite my insomnia roll, I did manage to
Oh,
recover
look, I
some.
slept, apparently. Holy crap.
But anyway, so that probably happened
You
at
do have
awful
time to
o'clock
heal
in
the
morning.
stuns, so that's not a problem.
Oh yeah, full night's rest recovers all stun, to my knowledge.
Anybody else have things they wish to do for the day?
I need to go shopping for some things.
Since I have more than 8 hours, this is gonna sound weird. Marigold's going to find someone. Doesn't really matter who, seedy or not, someone who would be willing to tie her up so that she could practice escaping. I feel like escape artist would be a good skill to pick up after that experience. Basically just picking one rank in the skill. Just find somebody willing to tie her up.
Give me a streetwise roll. I believe that's a skill, right?
I have Sprawl Life. Would that work?
That might. Hold on.
This could end up poorly for someone.
Probably.
Hey, I need you to tie me up, but don't kidnap me or do other things.
I mean, even untrained, she's got a fairly decent chance of escaping many bonds, we'll say, I think.
See, what you do is you have to go find like an actual bondage bar, something that's used to tying everybody
Just
up.
find a
really
BDSM
well.
club.
Yeah,
That's what I need. I need a BDSM club.
There you go. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's
Or just find a let's call it a house of pleasure that I can pay for time and then have them.
No, there's that too.
I am a paying customer.
So do you have any knowledge skills of the city or the area besides Sprawl Life?
I vary in knowledge Italy.
That'll work. You can roll either that or Sprawl Life. Tell me which.
Let's see. It's the same dice pool on each, because I assume squats spec in Sprawl Life isn't going to help me. Let's do...
If they're the same dice, then do Sprawl Life. It might help you a little better.
Okay. 3 hits.
Okay, for 3 hits, you do find a more respectable place.
Okay.
They do charge you.
Yeah.
It'll be 200 new yen. There is, this is the minimum for the house, because after some negotiation, they find out you don't want any more than just to be tied up to practice escaping. You can pay more for a better knot tire, if you wish.
We'll remember that for next time. This is just, I need actual practice.
Okay, so yeah, you do find somebody that is willing to tie you up, and then just sit and wait while you practice untying yourself.
It's not a kink thing, I promise.
No, but it could be. Why deny yourself?
It always starts as a passing curiosity, and then it develops.
I don't think Marigold's at a risk for that.
Actually, you could use it
Just
to
that,
increase your social skills of manipulation. Negotiations. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah, no. Intimidation as well. You know, somebody tied up is a lot more easily intimidated. Although that's not quite what... Anyway, that's what she does.
You can come back if you change your mind.
Alright, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see. At some point, though, during the day, Marigold will get a hold of, who would she call? I'm not sure if she's got rapport with anybody in this group, really.
Me.
Oh, right, my freaking laptop crashed, so I don't have the document open. I know there was somebody who actually got her in with the group. Who was that?
Adranus. Me.
Ah, yes. So she'd probably send a message. Yeah, she'd probably just start off with a message. Hey, got possible work tonight. Well, I got a meet tonight. If y'all want some off the books work. Paying, not like this is pro bono or anything.
Do you send that out to everybody or just Janus?
No, actually, since it's a message, I'd probably just send that out to everybody.
Good to know.
Yeah. So everybody gets that. Got possible work tonight. I mean, it's just a meet tonight, so I mean, if we don't want to do it, we could just tell them to frag off.
Alright. Ascalon, you wanted to go shopping.
Yes. I'm hoping at the church's armory.
Okay.
Full body armor and full body armor helmet.
I'm thinking, underbarrel flamethrower personally, but hey, that's just me.
Sky of Screens is saying there should be an addiction roll for that bondage session.
That's a
Are we
fantastic...
bonding? Is that what's happening here? Are we bonding?
That is a fantastic suggestion.
Oh, speaking of, I gotta remember what date she used Kamikaze on, so I know when I gotta make my addiction roll. Especially if she does this back-to-back job thing often. Anyway, sorry.
Alright, so in the church armory, so to speak, the purchaser is a lady by the name of Secondina. She is an elf. Ah, Mr. Ascalon. How can I help you?
Hello, Secondina. I am, after our last expedition, I am needing to armor up a little bit. Seems to be we won't be taking on any of the lesser enemies of the church. And I'll send her some AR specs for what I'm looking for.
Ah, yes. Come this way.
Is it like one of those cool where you pull the candlestick down in the brick back room and it opens up into like some cool crypt with like all the cool toys?
No, not yet.
Okay.
She takes you into she leads you down the room, down the hall, and into what looks like an office with a side door that she opens up and steps into, turns on a light, and in there is almost like a TSA scanner. Stand on the red square, please.
I always imagine it sort of like John Wick 2. We just wander into this.
You can go up into a William and Sonoma and it's just like all blades.
Hey, I used to work there.
Alright, so he'll stand on the scanner.
Alright. She directs you to hold your arms out horizontally, space your feet apart a bit so that there's spacing for the scanner to read your measurements. And she watches on a screen next to her as it scans you and starts reading out bone density, muscle density, all that stuff for you. You wish full body armor and a helmet. Do you wish any modifications?
Yes, preferably a chem seal and a gas mask, and then we'll go from there.
Now, you do know that this is obvious. It will stand out. She projects onto the screen, which you can see on a wall, becomes a screen, and it shows you standing there, and then over that image is overlaid a suit of armor, full body armor with a helmet, and it does stand out, so it would be very obvious. Any coloring preferences? We can go with black, dark gray, gunmetal, matte gunmetal. Obviously, you don't want anything glossy in this. Or specialty colors?
Ascalon will send over a specialty, like in his specs, he's got the basically the getup that is my picture in Roll20.
Okay. Yes, I can do this. It will take some time for the custom work to be done, though. Do you have a deadline on when you need it?
No, this is just a future planning at this point. So when available, let me know, but there's no rush.
With a chem seal and a gas mask in the helmet. We will still have room for fire resistance, if you wish. Or perhaps insulation or non-conductivity.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how much you can cram into full body armor. Let me spec it out right quick.
You do engage in hand-to-hand combat, correct?
Very much so.
I could attach have some shock frills implanted into it.
So there's a capacity of 15.
INT's off.
Chem seal takes 6.
So how about a chem seal, 3 in fire resistance, 3 in non-conductivity, and something that protects against acid for an additional 3.
Oh, YNT soft weave.
That pretty much covers most of the nasties.
I don't think I have my copy of Run and Gun on this computer, so I don't know the details of soft weave.
Well, I'm looking it up right now.
But it will take probably a week minimum for the modifications, so we can do the details afterwards. As a church employee, you will get 20% discount off of the finished price once we figure out what it is when you pick it up.
Okay. I'll give her my comm information. Thank her for her time.
I will call you when it is ready. If you, for whatever reason, do need it sooner, let me know and I might be able to work something out, but it may cost more.
Duly noted.
Alright, anybody else? Asura or Elle?
You kidding me? She just had the best sleep in a while. She's enjoying her sleep. She's not doing anything.
Elle wants to begin studying Shadim and using I guess Vatican level general magical, I would guess university level resources. I'm not looking for access to the vaults yet or anything, but I need a beginning foundation to understand things before I start looking deeper. So essentially, just start learning the knowledge skill.
You do still have that document that Solomon provided as a starting ground.
Okay. I'll include that.
And that basically is a lot of public documentation along with first-hand accounts from various people. And it is edited so that it actually has the relevant information. You don't have to page through 50 pages of stuff to find a couple paragraphs. All that has been done with the context on either end so that you're not getting a blind sentence out of nowhere that says something. It actually has the context of Widget, but it cuts out all of the irrelevant stuff.
I'm also gonna send a message to my dragon friend and request if he has ever heard of Shadim and if he knows anything about him.
What is his connection rating?
He's 3-2.
Okay. You don't immediately hear anything back.
It's okay. Not in a hurry. Thank you.
So, El is studying Shadim during the day. Asura was sleeping well. Adranus, what were you doing?
Well, first I was recovering in the
Oh, that's right. You
hospital.
were recovering at the hospital.
But I guess I could study a language while I'm there, since, that all that takes is time.
So, is everybody going later that night to the Pearl Tree?
All right, we are invited to a meetup for a job or something, right?
Yes,
Yep.
you were.
Sure. I guess I could wake up for that.
I mean, it's at 10 p.m. I'm sure he,
Yeah,
he probably should be up and going
Yeah.
before then.
She probably does wake up. Hey, she got like 4 hours. That's great. She enjoyed herself. What are you talking about? Maybe 5.
Yeah, I'll be going as well.
Yeah, so now.
Okay. The Pearl Tree is a nightclub, and it is a very popular nightclub based on the line of people waiting to get in. Standing outside are 2 bouncers. One is a human that is dressed in a suit. He has silver hair, kind of cut into a flat top. The other is an orc who looks like he has a lot of Greek affectations. His body style looks almost like a wrestler. Very classical wrestler, not a pro wrestler. He is wearing a tank top that actually has text on it. The text says, "I guarantee at least 2 bounces."
Nice.
Damn.
And they are standing at the door checking sins and stuff like that as people walk up, waiting, before letting people in occasionally and things like that. People aren't constantly going in. They seem to be at capacity, so some people are waiting a while until somebody leaves and then they'll let somebody else in, type of thing.
Right. Did I get the feeling from Fixer that whole Jesus Christ, the whole password rigmarole would get us past the line? Like,
He did say, tell Plato, work Starlight into a sentence, and Plato would let you in. He didn't
Okay.
specifically say it would get you past the line or not.
let's give it a shot anyway. Who's the more sociable of the group?
Me.
Oh wait, yeah, alright. I just realized my socials actually aren't that bad. I just don't have the skill in them. That is, my limit's not bad. But she'd communicate that to the group. Fucking talking to the bouncer. Someone had just worked Starlight into the conversation, and hopefully it'll bypass the line.
Into the conversation.
Yeah. Just start. It's a password. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a password, but they don't want people to make it look like it's a password.
Yep. He
Just-
likes his
Alright.
dramatic.
Just tell him that you and your friend Starlight, and Escalon points to me, are here to see what's his face. Because, I kind of have that look. The whole silver hair, gold skin, glowing kind of shit going on.
I answer you with a headbutt. Wham!
Hey, guarantees 2 bounces.
Just work Starlight into a sentence or something. It's
All right, so I will. How long is this long? Is this line long? Is that what it is? The issue?
Yes.
Long's line and also not moving quickly.
Oh, no, that's not going to be complicated. No, let's do this. All right, so I'll go up to Mister. I guarantee 2 bounces, and
As you walk up to him,
One
he
of
kind
them
of
named Plato.
looks
Chill.
you over.
um,
And what can I do for you this evening? He winks at you.
Oh, well, this may not be as hard as we think. Fair. I'll flirt with the guy a little bit, and maybe I'll throw like a poem out there with Starlight in it. I should know a poem with Starlight, right?
Is the sir a male or female?
She's female.
Okay.
I mean, I guess she could become male if she wanted to, but she's female in general.
Oh, body snatchers.
Well, she could look male, let me clarify that, but not full male, obviously. She is definitely female as far as that's concerned.
Not the full suite of body snatching abilities, then?
No, then did not have the full suite. Not quite yet. Well, we'll get that got expensive. But yeah. And so let's see. I don't think I know that.
His name's Plato, if it helps.
Is what?
I think one of them's named Plato.
Oh, his name is Plato? Oh, okay.
Yep, somebody mentioned they wanted to see an orc bouncer named Plato, so I'm borrowing that idea. Yes, he is.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Do I know any philosophy? Darn, I don't have philosophy skills. I have ancient history. Would that philosophy be included in that? At least some knowledge of who Plato is?
Plato might be.
Yeah, basic knowledge of who Plato is, probably.
All right. Let's see. How would I add this in? This might be fun. So, yeah, I will throw in some philosophy about the stars and throw a little bit of Plato in there. You know, just play around a little bit and get Starlight in there and flirt with them all at the same time. See how complicated this is?
Give me an etiquette roll.
And that's why I sent the face.
Etiquette it is. Really? Jeez. I guess I can re-roll that, can't I? I mean, 2 would probably be enough for this guy, but just to be on the safe side, how many would I re-roll here? 4, 9? Why not? I'll re-roll 9. I want this guy to like me.
Might even get you a date out of this.
That's right. 3 more. So 5.
He nods appreciatively, and then he kind of leans over to the human, taps him on the shoulder. I'm going to go on break. Can you handle this? The human kind of gives that self-assured glance over. Of course I can. Enjoy yourself. Right this way. And he kind of looks past you to see who's with you.
Yeah, I wave them forward.
And he walks up to the door and opens up the door and stands there as a few people at the front of the crowds, front of the line, seems to start to get too unruly, and he glances over them and gives them a stare.
And then silence?
No, he gives them an intimidation roll and is horrible at it.
Oh, yes, he is. Man, I think I can intimidate better than that. Can I help him?
No, he's going to roll edge.
No, I can't roll. Never mind. Intimidation is not one of my skills.
All right. So he gives them a look, using one of the group edge for the night, and they grow silent. And then he kind of nods to himself and motions you guys in.
I will nod appreciatively to his intimidating stare.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, see, that's effective.
And as you guys are walking in, he's like, I normally don't engage with women, but for you I'll make an exception. Come this way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Buy you all a drink. And he takes you to a sidebar where it looks like servers are going up to. There's not a whole lot of patrons there. And he kind of leans closer to you guys. What do you have? He asks for your drink orders. If anybody has preferences, or no drink at all.
Marigold will take whatever's on tap.
I feel like Escalon is a kind of pure of body and mind and spirit, so he'll take mineral water.
I don't know. Something strong. She's going to take something strong. She's going to show off a little bit.
Okay.
But she's only going to have 1 drink of something strong. She won't be able to handle much more than that.
He gets back a bottle of mineral water with a glass and ice cubes. that he ordered as mineral water as well, mineral water ice. And the bartender got him out of a special container from the freezer. There is one mug, or a stein rather, of the local brew on tap. And for something strong, there is a shot glass with something strong poured into it.
151.
Stronger than that. 302. No.
Pure grain alcohol.
And if anybody else had drink orders, they're on there as well. He leads you guys to a small table that is in an isolated section, so it's not actually taken up. There seems to be a few tables in there that are reserved. That he walks past the reserve line rope thing. Oh, okay. You used the word. Is there anything special you're here for?
Looking for a troll in white.
Oh. Well, I know of only one of those. VIP room. You're looking for Socrates.
Right. Of course we are.
Troll named Socrates.
Yeah, it's coincidental.
Alright. Shall we head back then, boys and girls?
Ascalon just follows along.
Plato winks at Asura on her way out. Have fun.
I will give him a little kiss on the cheek before I leave.
He playfully smiles. Have fun. Don't let Socrates push you around too much.
I will keep that in mind.
And he actually does seem to be taking a break, so.
Might be able to spend some time with him after the meet. Depending on how long this Socrates keeps us. Anyway, she'll head on back to the VIP room, I guess leading the way.
The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logos, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has given permission to Relative Dimension to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Relative Dimension in any official capacity whatsoever. Relative Dimension is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. You can share us, but please give us credit. The intro is Return to the Sixth World. The outro is Double Cross, both off the Shadowrun Return soundtrack. Additional background music also off the Shadowrun Return soundtrack, used with permission from Harebrained Schemes. And thank you to Sirenscape for the additional music and sound effects. You can find more information at Sirenscape.com. If you would like to get in touch with the Relative Dimension, you can visit our website at RelativeDimension.com. You can contact us, email, at podcast@RelativeDimension.com. You can visit our Facebook at Facebook.com/RelativeDimensionPodcast. You can check us out on Twitter at RelativeDpod. You can check out our Patreon if you wish to support us at patreon.com/RelativeDimension.